After a grueling 44 days, the government shutdown seems like it's finally coming to an end.
A deadly plane crash in Kentucky led to 14 deaths, and now the victims have been identified.
Governor Abbott has received a glowing endorsement from President Trump.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining NTTV News at Noon. I'm Varun Engineer.
And I'm Faith Webster.
President Donald Trump signed a government funding bill Wednesday night, ending a record 43-day government shutdown. As a result of the compromise to reopen the government, millions of Americans will see their Obamacare subsidies rise. As federal workers are pending paychecks, SNAP beneficiaries awaiting payment, and air traffic control regulates, how long until things return to normalcy? CNN's Amy Kiley has the story.
The reopening of the government is having real-world impacts on Americans today. More services are becoming available again with the return of furloughed federal employees. They're set to get back pay, and some experts predict an economic rebound.
Even though it gets made up in the measured GDP data, the real human impact is never fully recovered.
For people on Obamacare, the reopening could mean their health insurance costs will more than double. The bill does not guarantee an extension of expiring subsidies. Democrats vow to keep fighting.
Either Republicans finally decide to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits this year, or the American people will throw Republicans out of their jobs next year.
The House Speaker says he wants program reforms first.
I'm not going to guarantee a vote on ACA unreformed COVID-era subsidies that is just a boondoggle to insurance companies and robs the taxpayer. We got a lot of work to do on that.
It's unclear when flight schedules will return to normal, but SNAP benefits should be available again soon.
Food should not be up for a bargain. Everyone should have the right to eat.
For many programs, the bill provides funding through January. The president is urging Senate Republicans to reduce Democrats' power in the chamber before then.
If we had the filibuster terminated, this would never happen again.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Around 10 p.m. last night, a large tanker truck carrying ammonia struck a leak in Oklahoma, forcing an evacuation at a nearby hotel. The incident happened around 70 miles west of Oklahoma City, and over 500 people were in shelter following the leak, with 36 transported to a local hospital. A nearby college canceled all classes today to prevent exposure for students, recommending a shelter-in-place for all on campus. Oklahoma agencies are still working to dissipate the gas with help from hazmat crews and the Oklahoma National Guard. Anhydrous ammonia, which is typically used as a fertilizer for corn and wheat, can burn people if touched in liquid or gas form.
Wednesday afternoon, Arlington police and the FBI released that 21 people are under arrest, ranging in ages from 18 to 23 years old. They've been charged with violent crimes, including shooting, homicides, aggravated sexual assault of a child, as well as drug and weapons violations. The suspects are members of the Kickdo gang. More than 450 police officers were involved in the investigation, and arrests involving several counties across North Texas.
Civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson, a protege of Martin Luther King Jr., has been hospitalized. Reverend Jackson, who emerged from the civil rights movement fighting for causes ranging from gender equality to economic and social causes, stepped down as president of the Rainbow Push Coalition in 2023. The 84-year-old was originally diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and is under observation for progressive supranuclear palsy, a rare neurodegenerative disease for which there is no cure.
Texas lawmakers are holding their first hearing today to review speech on public universities. This comes after the reactions about the Charlie Kirk killings facing backlash by Republican leaders. The agenda for the hearings say that lawmakers are planning on having testimony implementation of Senate Bill 37, a new law that will increase state oversight of university curriculum and operations, as well as campus safety measures in relation to public events. Lawmakers are also looking to hear from people directly involved in campus controversies, including students forced to withdraw after posting on social media about the assassination. Overnight expression, amplified sound, and on-campus protest locations have already been restricted, with Senate Bill 2972 coming into effect at the beginning of September. Lawmakers are hoping to make clear guidelines on what is and not allowed on campuses. The weather seems to be all over the place recently. Find out more with Faith Webster. Faith?
Thank you, that's right. We are feeling a little bit of warm weather right now, 75, feeling the exact same with our winds coming from the south at 14 miles per hour. Tonight, those temps do take a tiny bit of a drop, just 74, feeling like 71 with our wind coming from south-southeast at 9 miles per hour. Tomorrow, we do see those temperatures sadly rise once again at 83, feeling like 76 with those winds coming from the south-southwest at 18 miles per hour. An extra layer of hairspray, maybe a light jacket for those winds. That's all from me, and back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Faith. President Trump has endorsed Texas Governor Greg Abbott's bid for re-election on Tuesday. This would be Abbott's fourth term if he gets the votes next November. Trump posted on his social media site, Truth Social, that Abbott, quote, will never let you down, end quote. Abbott worked this past summer during the regular and special legislative sessions to redraw Texas congressional districts in favor of more GOP seats. The new map will add 5 more Republican congressional seats when in effect. The Democratic nomination is still up for grabs, with State Representative Gina Hinojosa, former U.S. Representative Chris Bell, businessman Andrew White, and rancher Bobby Cole all in the running. The election for this Texas governor will take place November 3rd, 2026.
This Wednesday morning, the House Oversight Committee Democrats released 3 new emails. These emails were obtained from the Epstein estate and mentioned Trump. These emails shine a light on the past relationship between President Trump and Epstein. The White House responded to the initial 3 emails mentioning Trump by arguing that the Democrats had selectively leaked the emails to create a fake narrative to smear President Trump. The White House has said that those emails prove absolutely nothing, but these emails certainly deepen the intrigue about what Trump knew and didn't know about the Epstein operation.
The Trump administration is looking for new ways to boost home ownership across the country. One of the new ideas is portable mortgages, which would let homeowners retain their mortgage rate when moving instead of taking out a new loan. This is a proposal to address the lack of supply across the housing market, especially as homeowners with ultra-low mortgages are unwilling to move and potentially risk losing their coveted mortgage rate. Over half of homeowners have rates below 4%, which would jump to 6 or 7% if they were to move, a new rate that has been steady for the last few years. The administration is looking at new ways to make mortgages assumable, and one of these is the possible 50-year mortgage option. With the median age of a new home buyer being 40 years old, this would make their mortgages last past average U.S. life expectancy.
There's a cheaper way to get your graduation gowns. We'll tell you more.
And planes, trains, and automobiles, stay with us.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
On November 4th, a tragic airplane crash occurred that took the life of 14 people. The bodies have been identified by Alexis Matthews, and he has the full story.
Just over a week after a UPS cargo plane crashed in Louisville, on Wednesday, the Jefferson County coroner released the names of all 14 victims, their ages ranging from 3 years old to 65.
I think there's almost a sense of relief that now we feel like we have all of them.
Coroner Joanne Farmer and her team heartbroken at this tragedy. They had the unthinkable task of giving families closure, notifying them that they have positively identified their loved ones.
That's where I think our emotions start to rise at that point, because the search is not completely over, but primarily over. And I had a family member ask me yesterday, how do you ever get used to this? And I said, I don't.
Farmer says the identification process concluded just 24 hours prior. All 14 victims were identified through DNA, some by also using dental records and others the use of medical records. And while crews are still going through the debris, leaders do not believe there are any more people to recover. And they're remembering the lives lost too soon by honoring how they lived.
I've heard it said that everyone dies twice. Once when you take your last breath, and again when your name is spoken for the last time. So as we hear these names today, let's never forget their lives, their laughter, their love, and all that they meant to those around them and to our entire city.
Hopefully the investigation on why the plane crash finishes quickly so that this will never happen again.
Apple is introducing a new feature that would allow users to digitize their passport, letting them keep the official document in their Apple wallets. The digital ID has been around for driver's license and for some states, including California, Colorado, Georgia, and New York. While Texas does not have an active digital driver's license program, House Bill 71, which passed in 2023, approved the development of the program to include driver's hunting and fishing license in digital forms. The new digital passport is still in beta testing and is being rolled out at over 250 airports for domestic travel. Jennifer Bailey, the vice president of Apple Pay and Apple Wallet, said that the company has already seen how much users love having their ID right in their devices. As new police cars roll in through the valley, passerbys are stopping and staring, getting a look at the new 7,000-pound police cruisers. CNN's Tom Durian got a first-hand ride-along experience.
What kind of looks do you get in it?
There's definitely been a lot of double takes. I've got a couple thumbs up.
In our sneak peek drive around the valley with Metro's Robert Wicks, the new Cybertruck certainly turned a lot of heads. On the road,
as this car's backing up to the side of us here, probably trying to get a picture of us.
And in the parking lots, where it's a lot safer and legal to take a picture.
Having officers out in the community actually interacting with the community is always what we want anyways as a police department.
Metro didn't build out a charging network when they acquired the trucks. Sheriff McMahill telling me at the launch event that he wanted these vehicles to charge at stations across the valley in the hopes that people would come up and engage officers. That's exactly what happened when we took the truck to this Tesla charging station at Nellis and Sahara.
I wish I had one before I retired, man. This is perfect.
Retired law enforcement officer Daryl Walker just got his own Cybertruck and thinks that these are going to work well on the beat.
Oh yeah, it'll come in handy because you got your equipment, you got to go to the range and qualify regularly, you can put your stuff in there.
When the trucks hit valley roads, they will be equipped with everything officers need for a tactical situation. Even the vehicle itself could work as a shield.
They advertise the Cybertruck as, being able to take a bullet. Does that factor in at all to using these?
If we're on things such as a barricade and sometimes we need to approach the front of the house, this will be something that we can definitely give us a little bit more cover than a standard patrol vehicle.
The nearly 7,000-pound Cybertruck drives different than the average Metro Cruiser, so hundreds of officers are currently training on the vehicle, learning about everything from how it turns to the acceleration and how to navigate the center screen.
With Thanksgiving coming around the corner, the air is finally starting to get a bit chilly and cold. Find out how to prepare with the weather with Faith Webster. Faith?
Thanks, Varun. That's right, our temperatures are feeling a little bit chillier. Nothing too crazy right now. We do have 75 in Denton, 74 in Decatur, our highest in Fort Worth at 76, and Sulphur Springs, maybe even up in Paris. Throughout our whole state of Texas, we do have a wider of a range of temperatures, but not too much. Austin at 76. Denton at 75, Oklahoma 73, and then over in El Paso we do have 71 degrees. Throughout this week we do see those showers start to come in finally. We do see those high temperatures almost hitting 90 on Monday at 89 with a low of 61. This weekend we do sadly see some clouds, nothing too crazy in those temperature drops, 83, 85, and then again at 83. Though throughout this week, on Wednesday, we do see that 75% rain chance with our low at 59. And then again on Thursday, 71, 54, nothing too crazy, hopefully a good week. That's all from me, and back to you at the desk. Actually, an outer space phenomenon is now being explained by scientists caught in the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope. A supernova is revealed. CNN's Patrick Cornell has the latest. Patrick. This world experience.
You know, I think I keep spotting a shooting star going back and forth near the green screen. While the government shutdown is nearing its end, food insecurity from SNAP benefit cutoffs and the rising cost of essentials is still affecting millions of people. Riley Oldenburg has more on how Texan Grocery Store is supporting students in Austin. Riley?
UT Outpost, the on-campus food pantry, recently received a $100,000 donation from the grocery store H-E-B, which was announced during the November 1st Texas Vanderbilt game. The $100,000 is expected to cover one semester's worth of food. About 3.8 million students experienced food insecurity in 2020. At the UT Outpost, students can shop for up to 20 pounds of food per month. Heidi Post, Senior Director of Public Affairs for H-E-B Central Texas Region, said it is their honor to support the UT Outpost with this gift to help ensure that all Longhorns have the resources they need to thrive. That's all I have for me. Back to you at the desk.
Dawson's Creek star James Van Der Beek is partnering with Postpone to auction memorabilia from the show. Auction proceeds will go to helping pay for his ongoing treatment for stage 3 colorectal cancer. Van Der Beek was diagnosed in 2023 and made his diagnosis public last November. The auction will include pieces of such as clothing his character wore, props from Dawson's bedroom, and a necklace that his character gave to his best friend. The auction will take place from December 5th through the 7th. Winter is refusing to come to Texas, but that means more time to go to the farmers markets.
True. And with the Mavericks shakeup on Tuesday, Dallas sports is still making headlines.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Tariffs are affecting many in the U.S. Find out more with Nick Stocklosa.
Have been hitting the U.S. with 10% tariffs on all goods and 30% tariffs on all Chinese goods, greatly impacting our farming industry. To learn more about how this is impacting local businesses, I spoke to some business owners at the Denton Farmers Market.
The cost, our fruits, our vegetables, all these things, they go up, you know. It costs more to get the goods to make the product, and then of course we have to pay our people a lot more. We've seen everything kind of go up. Yeah.
These high prices are mostly due to domestic agriculture still relying on imported fertilizers, farm equipment, and parts.
Something's got to change. Like either we're going to have to get things that are made here in the U.S., which is a little bit harder to find, you know. You go to any business that's here in the U.S., they have to get things outside the U.S., China, Japan, you know, all these other places that we can get them a little bit cheaper.
As prices rise, customers are cutting back.
If, you know, their own pocketbooks are, you know, under duress and they're not coming out. So we are seeing less foot traffic.
And with fewer customers, local businesses are struggling to stay afloat.
Do whatever you can to help small businesses and you know, the little guy, because we're definitely drowning.
From NTTV News, I'm Nick Stocklosa.
Remember to shop local and support small businesses in order to help them stay afloat. You heard what happened with Nico?
Of course I did, but did you hear how Luca responded?
I did not, but you know, I think our sports anchor, Jordan Lindsay, has more. Jordan?
That's right, guys. Luca made his first comments last night about the firing of Nico Harrison. I'll let you know what he said and check in on the stars in UNT women's basketball after the break.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pole Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
After the Mavs fired general manager Nico Harrison on Tuesday, former Mavs star Luka Doncic was asked to comment on the firing of the GM who sent him to Los Angeles. Luka said that the city, the fans, and the players in Dallas will always have a special place in his heart. He also said that he is trying to move on and focus on the Lakers. Without Luka, the Mavs aren't having much success. They lost 123-114 to the Phoenix Suns last night, putting their record at a disappointing 3-9. In more positive news, the Dallas Stars improved their record to an impressive 10-4-3 after they took down the Ottawa Senators Tuesday night. The Senators got off to a hot start by scoring 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, but Mikko Rantanen responded in the second period by scoring on a breakaway to cut the lead in half. Jason Robertson then ripped a shot home on a power play to tie the game at 2. Roop Hintz then scored his 6th career overtime winner to give the Stars their 3rd straight comeback win. The Stars will look to keep this run going when they take on the Canadiens tonight at 6 p.m. Moving over to Den, UNT women's basketball is off to a 2-0 start, including an explosive 106-36 win over Oklahoma Christian in the home opener. NTTV sports reporter Nick Vopetti got a closer look at the incredible start to the season. Take a look.
UNT women's basketball opened up their season last Monday with a dominant 106-36 victory over Oklahoma Christian. The Mean Green shot nearly 60% from the field and went 12 for 22 from behind the arc. TK Hammond led the way for North Texas with 22 points and went 6 for 7 from three-point range. Megan Nestor was second on the team with 17 points and had a double-double in her first game at UNT.
I felt the team chemistry coming together. I still was able to share the ball with my teammates, and they were able to find me too, so it was really fun.
Third-year head coach Jason Burton had to spend a lot of time on the recruitment trail this offseason. All but 3 players from last year's team either graduated or transferred. Hammond and Nestor are just 2 of the 11 newcomers that Coach Burton recruited to Denton. Many of his selections made an immediate impact in the home opener, as 6 of those 11 new players put up over 10 points in their first game wearing the green.
We're not selfish, and we share the ball, and we celebrate each other, so it's a really good feeling to have like multiple people in double digits.
While UNT's 106-point outburst was just the second time the Mean Green have hit that mark in his tenure, Coach Burton was just as impressed by his team's effort on defense. After allowing 13 points in the first quarter, UNT held Oklahoma Christian to under 10 points in each of the last 3 quarters.
That's what we want to do. We want to be a team that doesn't just rely on our ability to score the ball, but we want to show that we can play defense and get stops. And you know that everything changed when we started pressuring the ball and then really started focusing on blocking out.
UNT women's basketball will look for another collective team effort when they return to action tomorrow night against Nelson University at the Super Pit. For North Texas Television, I'm Nick Valpetti.
Against Nelson University at 6 p.m. So make sure to come to the Super Pit tonight and cheer on the Mean Green. That's all I have for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan. Speaking on sports and speed, how fast can you solve a Rubik's Cube?
Oh, I can't even do it. When I was younger, I used to try and figure it out, but I just went towards the speed stacking cups instead.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, I guess. Maybe it's not too late to learn, though. 94-year-old Frank Zemensky just joined a Speed Cube club. CNN's Taylor Epps reports.
expect, set the timer, and go. Members of the Buffalo Speed Cube Club are solving puzzles that are 3x3, 4x4, and whatever this is. They can even do it blindfolded. Blink and you'll miss it, because these speed cubers are quick.
14 seconds.
9 seconds. 8.81 seconds.
7 seconds.
And Indo Song is only 8 years old.
The median age for club members is like 9.
Owen Lewicki is 13.
Yeah, I can.
He's the club's cube master.
It's really cool to see it like starting to grow more. I'm normally the oldest, but I brought in some like older kids to come.
And how old are you?
Yeah.
13.
I'm a current junior.
Remind me how old you are?
94.
Yep, you heard that right. 94 years old. Not exactly what Owen was expecting.
Like I thought he was like a grandparent. Like he brought a cuber, but he was a cuber himself, and I just thought that was really, really cool.
The kids, they have a new method now than I do. So I wanted to find out what they're doing.
So Frank Zeminski joined the club here at the Orchard Park Library, bringing back an old hobby of his from the 1970s.
I hadn't used the cube for many years, and I couldn't remember the stuff, but I had it all here.
His own cheat sheet that he made to help him solve it quickly.
It was slow. When I was 50 years old, 2 minutes I could do it. I don't think I can do it in 2 minutes, but I think I can do it in 5.
And if he can solve it in under 5 minutes at a competition in January, he'll be a world record holder.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
Being able to learn and to solve Rubik's Cubes and to compete at the age of 94 is truly inspirational.
That's amazing. He taught himself.
And over the past few months, Frank and the rest of the cubing crew have built a close-knit community.
Because it's not common for you to find people that like Rubik's Cubes. And people will like say stuff about it. So you just gotta like keep your head up and you find people like this that are nice.
Some of the best friends I've ever had in my life have come from cubing. Some of the best moments I've ever had.
It's a lot of fun to be with these kids, yeah.
And you're a role model for them.
Well, I appreciate that, yeah. It gives you a nice feeling, yeah.
Doesn't that just inspire you to, like, don't you just want to solve a cube right now?
I mean, it's impressive, but I think I just have to stay to my Candy Crush. I can't.
That's fair. That's fair. No, but on behalf of everyone here at NTTV News, thanks for watching NTTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 here on North Texas Television.